Hello there and welcome back to another I'm Not a Barista video. Today we've got something really useful for you. We're going to walk through cleaning your MOMENTEM grinder from start to finish, including step-by-step instructions on how to disassemble it, give it a good clean, and then put it all back together. Although the MOMENTEM might seem a bit more complex than your standard single conical hand grinder, cleaning it is actually quite straightforward. With just a little practice, you'll be handling and maintaining your dual burr grinder like a pro. Let's take it step by step, and soon you'll be mastering it with ease. Inside the box, you'll find a couple of handy tools, a wrench, and a cleaning brush. These are exactly what we'll be using today to get your grinder cleaned up. So grab these items and let's get started. If it's time for a regular cleanup, just grab the cleaning brush and gently sweep away all the fine grounds from the inside and outside of your grinder. But if you're looking to do a more thorough cleaning and want to disassemble the entire burr unit, we've got you covered there too. First, take the M3 wrench included in your kit and gently loosen the screw at the bottom. A little tip here. You don't need to unscrew it all the way. Just loosen it enough so you can remove the burr without the screw or the burr itself falling out. This way, you keep everything nice and controlled. Next, gently pull the second burr away from the body, then go ahead and completely loosen the screw. This will allow you to remove the conical burr from the second shaft. Sometimes it might feel a bit tight. If that's the case, don't worry. Just find a flat surface and give the unit a tap. This should help the burr set come loose and lay right out on the table for you. Now that you've got everything apart, you'll see there are two washers, one shaft and the conical pre-breaking burr itself. It's time to bring out that cleaning brush again and carefully clean each part. Pay special attention to the washers. They might look similar, but they're actually designed for specific positions. One sits at the top and the other at the bottom. Make sure you remember which one goes where for a smooth reassembly. And here we have the heart of the MOMENTEM, the fine cutting burr with a diameter of 36 millimeters. Crafted from 440C stainless steel, known for forging some of the sharpest and most durable knives. And for that extra touch, we've coated it with a special titanium aluminum nitride coating, not just for that sleek, sexy look, but to make it even tougher and more durable. Let's start putting all the parts back together. First up is the washer on the shaft. You'll want to pay attention here. The side of the washer with the flat surface should face downward, while the other side with a slight embossment faces upward. Just like before, pay attention to its orientation. The side with a ring should face towards the bearing side. Next, it's time to place the burr. Carefully push the burr all the way back using your fingers, ensuring it sits snugly. Finally, secure everything by locking it in place with the screw. Take your time here to make sure it's all aligned and tight. Moving right along with our cleaning task, it's time to focus on disassembling the first burr. This process is quite similar to what you'd find with regular hand grinders. Notice the thread locker knob? That's our target. First, attach the crank back onto the grinder. Now, with one hand, hold the crank and the grinder steady, and then with your left hand, turn the thread locker counterclockwise to loosen it. You might find the design a bit unusual with its extended small handles. That's all by design to make them easier to grip and turn. Now let's flip the grinder over to reveal the first conical burr along with a washer and a spring. You might be wondering if this conical burr is primarily for pre-breaking the beans. Why does it have so many fine cutting edges? That's a great question. The MOMENTEM employs a unique approach we like to call reversed grinding, which plays a crucial role in the quality of your coffee. It's an advanced technique that makes all the difference. Curious to dive deeper? Check out the link in the caption to learn more about how this innovative grinding method enhances every cup. All right, let's continue by removing the shaft along with the crank. As you do this, you'll notice one ball bearing coming out attached to the shaft. It's designed to be a bit loose, which is perfectly fine. Just be mindful of it. Inside, there are two more ball bearings securely nested and they don't need to be removed. they're meant to stay put, ensuring smooth operation. So, no need to worry about those. Just focus on the one that's come loose and remember to handle it carefully as we continue cleaning. Now that everything's disassembled, it's time to clean each part. Pay particular attention to the two washers. They might look similar, but they're not identical. One is designed for the top and the other for the bottom. When you're ready to put the grinder back together, start by placing the ball bearing in its seat. Next, add the washer on top, followed by the shaft. Gently push the shaft down into place. Now, flip the grinder over and carefully drop in the second washer. Remember, the side with the small ring faces towards the bearing. Then add the spring followed by the burr. Finally, secure everything by twisting the thread locker back into place. Taking your time through these steps ensures that each part fits perfectly. As you finish securing the knob, here's a little tip we'd like to share. Instead of tightening it all the way to the end position, turn it back 2 clicks, leaving a bit of space between the burr and the teeth. This slight adjustment is particularly helpful when you start grinding larger sized beans. It ensures a smoother beginning and allows you to fine-tune from there for the perfect grind. If you're unsure about how to reset your fine cutting burr, don't worry. First, adjust the ring by closing the burr completely until there's no visible gap. Then, look for the 0 point and the reset mark on the grinder. Now, there's an important aspect of the MOMENTEM I'd like to clarify about the 0 setting. The MOMENTEM doesn't use an absolute 0. What does this mean? Well, when you set the grinder to what appears to be 0, you're actually about 6 clicks away from the tightest position it can go. This is intentionally designed to prevent any accidental damage from over-tightening. So instead of thinking of 0 as the absolute tightest point, think of it as 6 or 7 clicks from the tightest setting. And there you have it. You've now learned how to disassemble, clean, and reassemble your MOMENTEM grinder. We understand there's a bit of a learning curve, especially if you're new to this kind of grinder. But remember, as a MOMENTEM owner, your love for coffee drives you. With a bit more practice, you'll soon be a pro, enjoying every moment of the grind, from the satisfying click of the settings to the smooth turn of the handle. Like we always say, keep grinding.